We are now closer than ever to Peru. Yep, all right, that's us all set for the Aduana customs inspection.
We're finally leaving Bolivia. We've been here 4 long months now since arriving and getting back on our feet with the new tuk-tuk. From the recent events you've seen, it's almost like they wanted to keep us here. In the last YouTube episode, the border force had me running around for 3 weeks in La Paz, sending off all my paperwork, which have now been approved, and I'm finally told that I'm cleared to leave. Patty and I did all the preparations for us to get back on the road. I'll be very glad when we get to Peru and are able to leave all these strict fuel laws behind us. We uploaded the full 30-minute video exclusively to Patreon, where the change in pace from all the police struggles we've had lately was warmly welcomed by the community.
And very soon we're going to be switching off the Bolivian flag for a Peruvian one.
But now in today's episode, we get up to our typical shenanigans and Patty once again shares her back seat to gain some good karma, because we're sure going to need all the luck we can get on this third border attempt. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe as we drive from Argentina to Alaska so you don't have to. This is the three-wheel dream.
Look there, can you see that road between them? That is Latin American Express right there. What are you doing? He's got no engine and he's got to feather his brakes simply to get a tow from his buddy there. That's insane. Currently living in La Paz, en route to Peru. Hopefully we get to leave. We've been denied exit in the last couple of episodes. They were gonna freaking sign some documents apparently at the border, and then we'll apparently be allowed to leave. Very good job. Sat nice and pretty.
After the 3 nice weeks spent in the city, Tori the tuk-tuk had to get a reminder that we needed to be back on the road with a fuel shot into the carburetor.
Here we go, Tori. Surely this time. Works every time.
Final gas stop and a market shop had us then looking to find a safe spot in this more so dangerous outer ring of the capital for a lunch break.
Found an egg stand and we found out we don't have any eggs currently, so there's a lot going on here. Muchas gracias. Así nomás. Sí. Like, look at this culture, man. I live and breathe for this kind of shit. So, pulled off the highway. I bought some other snacks and stuff. Find a chill place for Patty to kind of run around and me to have a little bit of a lunch. Ciao, amigo. That guy sold me the eggs. I was actually kind of mad at, because they said 10 eggs for 10 Bolivianos, that's $2. And I was like, cool. They're saying, oh, wait, we're figuring out the price. I'm like, I know for a fact this lady sells eggs every day at that same spot. You damn well know the price. So I'm ready for them to say like $3, $4. They try to say $1.50. And then I'm like, I felt bad for being rude. I was like, oh, nah, keep that 10 Bolivianos. I'm happy paying $2. Where I was in the city, that's the price, the going price. That's why I was like, that's the price it is. Just gonna park off in the shed. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? ¿Puedo estacionar en la sombra? Sí. Good girl, beautiful. You're doing great. Break. There you go. Right, so I know this part of El Alto. During the night time, it's quite a dangerous spot to be, but we're just really spending a couple minutes parked up here. When the air smells like human lubrication and defecation, you know, it's one of those areas. You're good. Yeah, even Patty's having a go. You're chilling with me. What you saying? I'm gonna have a bit of lunch. Oh my gosh. I thought it was a bread bun with fries inside, deep fried, but I don't know, I think it's a whole deep fried potato. That was half right actually. It's kind of, I don't know, boiled egg, bit of carrot, maybe a bit of meat in there. I don't know what's going on. ¿Cómo estás, señor? Good, relax, buddy. She explained it as like a filled potato, but there's a lot more going on in that. That's pretty good. Oh, there's so many street dogs in Bolivia, unfortunately. These here are like a hybrid, I guess, called tucumanes. Not an empanada. I don't think they're not a salteño either, but oh hell yeah! This is what I'm talking about. This is so much better than the potato ball. Relax. There's another street dog over there.
At the very least, they're making houses for these street dogs. The guy here is insane.
Right. So I could have turned around just before, but when I saw it, obviously, but this is what it's like driving in Bolivia, where if they want to set up a market, they can, you know? They're having like a street thing. Perdón, ¿qué está pasando?
Reuniones.
Reuniones del pueblo. Interesting, man. We're just trying to navigate ourselves through these back streets, and Google Maps, nor weather apps, nor many apps work in Bolivia, and the people kind of laugh about it. So that's the markets up there. They get blocked about 100 meters up the road there. So we're figuring it out. People just have a store and they'll pile out everything onto the sidewalk and then onto the road as well, even sometimes. I like it. I like it. I'm not even complaining. This isn't me like whinging. I think it's so cool, and those places, those little street markets and things are where you find the best deals as well. No puedo, ¿verdad? No puedo, no puedo.
No hay paso.
No, claro. Está bien. ¿Es todos los días así?
Es martes y viernes.
Martes y viernes,
Sí.
lleno el mercado. I'm gonna stop off, why not? Let's check out this market. Good girl, lads, you're gonna stay here. ¿Cómo estás, amigos? Preguntar que no tocas la perra, ¿ok? Gracias. Ciao. The tuk-tuk parked up and see what these markets are saying. Allá o allá, mejor.
Allá.
Allá, gracias, gracias, gracias. So, I did get told about this. I forgot that we are in El Alto to kind of like aprovechar to like, what does that even mean in Spanish? Freak, I'm losing my English, guys. Anyway, we're here, so it's mostly clothes, a little bit of jewelry. That would be all like handmade stuff. That's cool. Obviously, you always have the shops on the side as it is, but it's more like, yeah, clothes and stuff, but at a really cheap price. I heard you can get a good price. It's just funny. There's a toothbrush. Got something there. I've been needing a wine opener for the road. Perdón, ¿tienes esa cosa para abrir vino? ¿Vino tinto?
Sí.
Perfecto, perfecto. ¿Cuánto es eso?
15.
Okay, 15. Bien. Look at that. 2 minutes in the market and we got our first purchase.
Bien,
Gracias.
pasas nomás.
Eso para ti. Gracias.
Gracias.
Ciao, ciao. Nice. Fruits. You got everything. Everything. A bit of everything. Like you got knockoff, like, what's that? It's been so long since I've been in Australia, I forgot the brand, but I know that, yeah, there's a bit of Hugo Boss. You can't see. I don't know what these ladies are saying behind me. But it's all like false stuff, but yeah, they're having a laugh. Every little vendor's selling something niche, and then you're making up a whole little almost supermarket with all this stuff. Even instruments, man, the typical Bolivian style instruments. That's really cool. Now pastas, fresh stuff. She's having a snooze. Awesome. Street dogs, more like cleaning products and stuff. No sé, solo mirando. Hay un poco de todo en ese mercado. Even some knockoff JBLs, man. Epic. Both sides as well. Probably walk up a little bit, right? We won't go too much further, leaving Patty in the tuk-tuk, but right down there. You saw that we've been driving around in circles a little bit because we see markets and things, and we've then got to go the other way, but I guess this is like male clothing. But they look good quality. A bit thin, but tracksuit pants, shoes and things. It's a fake Adidas. Look at that, four stripes. ¿Cómo estás? I have to remember which street I parked down now. Walking around selling breads and stuff. We haven't been closed in. You did good. Alright, Miss Potts, we'll get going, eh? Keep sending it on. ¿Estás hablando de mis llaves?
¿Vas a algún lado a grabar?
Sí.
tu llave, guárdatelo en tu bolsillo.
Bien consejo.
Y los autistas lo van a ver, los vecinos. Alguien que esté por caminar le dice, me lo ves un ratito, dile, ya te va a decir.
Gracias.
Te cuidas, que te vaya bien.
Gracias. Cha-cha. Yeah, I'm getting complacent maybe in Latin America, where I'm just completely relying on you every time I disappear. I know, and I did say that this area and zone is quite dangerous, and I left. He would have seen maybe, I guess. I left the car keys in the ignition. I'm just like, see you in a minute, Paddy. You take care of the ship. To manage and navigate the back streets when there's a market, you just have to follow the traffic flow. So I went one street too far. You just follow the mini shuttle buses, and they'll take you in and out of where you need to go. Because I'm like in the suburbs now, in the back streets. Policemen giving out fines? What's this? Tough. For parking maybe? Makes me think now I just really ripped off and left Paddy.
We slowly continued leaving this huge city, navigating more of the back streets around this beautiful market culture. It got unfortunately later faster than usual, and since it was a Friday, I had high endeavors to cross the border to Peru before the weekend to avoid the traffic queues. I although completely overestimated the tuk-tuk, and we didn't get as far as we'd like. Knowing I would need to split the driving between 2 days, I looked for a cheap hostel to pass the night.
So we drove a bit, and I'm laughing because I can see in the camera what I'm witnessing behind me. Yeah, I kind of put the camera away, I didn't film too much of the highway, stayed focused. I've just got the tuk-tuk in front of what they apparently reckon is a hostel. Dude, it's the most insane hostel I've ever seen in my entire life. The Gentleman of the Zodiac is what they've called the hostel. You're adorable, Miss Pats. Tengo una perita y el torito. Quiero quedar una noche.
Ah, ya. La noche dices, ¿no ve?
Sí.
Te sale 70 bolivianos.
That's one huge benefit. When they have the prices on the wall, you're like, perfect. We're not getting the gringo price. We're getting charged the same as what locals would get charged. So that's where we're staying at. I didn't confirm that it's not a gentleman's club. I'll ask him now. Paddy and es una locura. What the f? Es para eventos, ¿no? Qué bien. Wow, I guess it's closed though. So yeah, it's just for booking. And although it is a Friday, they're not setting up for anything, so we should have a quiet night's sleep. But yeah, it's the second level here. It's a pretty sweet like deal to kind of like organize and host something, and then when everybody wants to go to bed, you can kind of just walk upstairs. This is the room. Freaking best like $8 I've spent in my entire life. In a weird location, but just yeah, got Paddy's bed. We're in the Libra room, I reckon. I'll just show you the view, but that's where we're at. So we're just here. We got Paddy on the trots. I'm just kind of laughing at how out of place our hostel is there. Big gold thing in amongst just brick buildings. So yeah, she doesn't like the rain, but we're going over to these orange tents, suss out what's going on for dinner. Called chancho a la cruz. It's gonna be some kind of meat. Not too hungry, but you've got to come with an appetite by the looks of it. They've got a barbecue going.
Sí, pasen los que hay de 50, 60.
Gracias. 50, 60? 80. Ah, es mucha comida. Ok, tal vez voy a volver. Yeah, those are heavy prices. 60 is what we're paying for our room tonight. I don't want that much. There we go. This is the snack broaster across the road. We might go to that instead. Here we go. This looks like the spot. ¿Puedo?
Sí.
¿Con ella adentro? Ella es educada.
Buena.
Okay, gracias. It's pollo, no?
Sí, está good.
This is the feed. We've got a little mini Coke as well. Just a bit of chicken, chips and rice. How good. So it's a nice little humble restaurant. Those are the other options as well. Roast salchi arroz, which is like sausages and rice, and then you got sausage and fries. Would have been good as well, but nah, this is solid. And they got a little epic box television set right there, playing some Bolivian news channel. Cheers, legends. That's good.
That's one of the best. It's got some really good flavor to it. Usually it's pretty plain. It's nice. And then they just brought me out a soup and they said it was free. They're too nice. You're cute as well, Miss Pats. All the paw marks you left on the floor back there. Eh? Guilty. Para ti. Gracias. No, todo para ti. Gracias. Ciao. Let's brave this rain, little Patty. But that is the best for chicken that I've had in all of Latin America, all of my life, I reckon, maybe. Come up, you can do it. Come por aquí, vamos. Bonita, ¿qué haces? Just calling the grandparents, Miss Putz.
We've had 2.5 weeks of rain, and it's you just wish.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I miss the Australian accent, to be honest. It's just always good to check in with home, check in with family. I haven't had a TV that big in so long. Patty and I are gonna put a movie on, call it a night. The next morning we began the day with new friends who looked less than thrilled to be out in this rain. Weather patterns change rapidly at the 4,100 meters we're currently traveling at, and I was really hoping for an uneventful morning and a cruisy drive to the border.
Torito,
Sí.
¿has hecho migración?
Voy a hacerlo en la frontera.
A ver, esta la ven.
Como tengo todos mis documentos listos.
A ver, escúchame.
¿Cómo va el día? ¿Todo bien? Sí, voy a Perú,
¿De dónde vienes?
de Santa Cruz con este vehículo.
Pero te han controlado varios lugares, ¿no?
¿Cómo?
En trancas te han controlado, ¿no ves?
No entendí, perdón.
En las trancas control pasaste.
¿Viaje?
No,
No.
policías.
Siempre me dejan cuidado y tener suerte.
Since editing this back, I realized his confusion. As I was so close to Peru and in a region that doesn't have tuk-tuks, this officer thought I'd just come from the border without being stamped at immigrations. While my Spanish is conversational, at times without context of the situation, I can easily get lost. He's asked me several times now if I had passed police stops on my route. Of course, I'd seen plenty of checkpoints, which was why this confused me so much. After a thorough passport check, he let me leave.
Tranquilo,
Ok, muchas
todo
gracias.
está bien.
Muchas gracias.
Muy bien. Adelante.
Amigo, ¿va a preguntarme para pasaporte de nuevo allá?
No.
Todo bien.
Licencia
¿Licencia?
para conducir.
Ok.
Ya saben.
So I've got a preliminary check on my passport. Apparently these guys are now going to check my license. It's under my seat once again. I put it all away. I assume they wouldn't.
Tenemos lo mismo tipo de sangre, tú y yo.
Where are you from?
Australia. Australia.
Where are you going?
I am traveling. Turismo.
Yeah. Okay.
Gracias. Yeah, nice.
From this spontaneous police checkpoint, I was now just a 2-hour tuk-tuk drive to the border where there really only exist small and mostly abandoned townships on the way. These vast landscapes are common in Bolivia and more so at altitude, where the majority of the population all live and thrive in the bustling city we've now left behind us.
Next 100 kilometers more or less is just everybody going to Desaguadero, which is the town on the border, and really, unless you live there or you're crossing into Peru, there's no reason for you to go there. Just a quick stop off, brick houses and then dirt mud houses, straw roofs. It's really cool to see. Bit of agriculture, bit of farms. Patty, have you got zoomies? Free. Good to see ya. Hey, you happy? Good girl. Oh, nice. We are now closer than ever to Peru. So I guess the Peru scenery is going to be similar to this as well. No, it should be cool. You had your run, you had your break. There you go, free. You can.
Doing good, Tori, and you're looking freaking good. And very soon we're going to be switching off the Bolivian flag for a Peruvian one. It's Been a while since we've done a flag change, Miss Pats. Alright, let's go. Please. No. Aquí. In you get. Vamos, please. Good girl. That's a bit of a big jump on the decline. Proud of you. You're amazing. We're at a sign that's saying in 700 meters they're going to do a customs vehicle check. So I'm going to currently organize the whole tuk-tuk. They've got a problem with fuel in Bolivia, so I'm going to hide the fuel at the bottom so that they're least likely to see it, and that way they don't see me taking 20 liters of fuel out of Bolivia. I believe that the Bolivian government's selling their gold storages for purchasing fuel to be imported into the country. So that's kind of why they're a bit strict about it, but that's probably as good as we're gonna get. We're gonna put this backpack on top, zip this up. That's better than nothing, I think, Pats. Yep, all right, that's us all set for the Aduana customs inspection. Vamos. It's looking to be run by military, this customs clearance check. The border we're approaching is the main crossing between Bolivia and Peru, and with that comes military checkpoints. Fortunately, these guys don't want anything to do with us and quickly let us move on.
Gracias.
But that's before I notice the Animal Immigration Center and stop off to make sure that I don't need to have Patty's passport checked.
¿Quieres ir a la frontera? Ok, voy a hablar adentro y tal vez puedes conmigo. No quiero dinero también. Sí, claro. Solo si puedo grabar, estoy documentando la viaje. Alright, we might have a... just realized. Okay, vamos a hablar.
The realization I had right there was that since I was so close now to the border and likely to come across more police and military stops, ferrying an additional traveler may likely be another issue to bring me more problems.
This is like the animal check-in. I'm gonna ask if I need to do anything with Patty's documents here or if I just wait till the border. ¿Cómo estás? Nah, just like I thought. They were still too far from the border, they said. Sorry, buddy, can I get through? Good one. You look a bit beat up. You're alright. No, and I forgot, it's not a problem for Patty to leave Bolivia. It's the issue is entering Peru. So anyway, just making sure before I drive 20 minutes down the road and then have them say. Sí. Me di cuenta, amigo, que
youtuber.
Sí.
Es infinito. Rapero, cantante venezolano.
I honestly here try to communicate my worries, but his positive attitude and keenness to travel with us have me change my mind. He also indicates that he wants me to drop him off before we reach any document checkpoints, and I'm soon about to find out why.
Okay.
Yo voy a para Perú.
Okay.
Ya.
Con permiso.
Pero la voy a colocar a usted, ¿no? Porque si no me va a morder.
¿Y cómo es, amigo? ¿Cómo es? ¿Está bien?
Sí, bien, gracias a Dios. Aquí,
Okay.
aquí aprovechando la oportunidad de un amigo, otro youtuber. Vamos ahorita hacia frontera, tratando de hacer lo posible, sí o sí.
Perfecto. Venezuela.
Venezuela, Maracayaragua. Mi nombre es John Tobar,
John
rapero
Tobar.
venezolano, cantante.
Ok, Patty, please. Adentro. Good girl. Muy bien. Good girl. Sí, es un amigo, ¿viste?
¿Cuánto te costó tener todo lo que tienes hoy en día como youtuber?
My face right here was a lot like Patty's. Did I just hear that right? A complete stranger asking me how much everything I had was worth was slightly worrying. My instincts have taken me a long way, and as I do recall the comments from the recent episode I helped a desperate traveler, I felt that this too was the right thing to do.
Eu falo português também. Eu
bien.
morei em Brasil.
¿En serio?
Moré en Santa Catarina, llegué perto, cerquita de Uruguay.
Wow.
Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Perú, Bolivia, Chile, Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina. Latinoamérica completa conozco, gracias a Dios.
Qué bien, sí, qué suerte. Por eso un lindo continente.
Claro.
Ok, vamos. Entonces.
Vamos.
Good girl, Patty.
Let's go.
Good girl.
Let's go, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
¿Cuánto tiempo estás esperando para un...?
Un cosito, bueno, ahorita recién me bajé de un camión porque nosotros los venezolanos nos montamos arriba de los camiones sin que nos vean los conductores. Nosotros ahorita recién me bajé de aquí Gracias a Dios acompañado de este hermano que me hizo la bendición de Dios para llegar hacia más allá, con su compañero aquí al ladito, este pelo hermoso. Y bueno, aquí seguiremos en este documental día a día. Denle like y suscríbanse. Denle like y suscríbanse. El hermano es una gran persona. Oh, let's go, my friend.
Let's go. Okay, the subtitle's gonna be a to edit. I just thinking about that. He's talking a lot. He's having a good time.
Oh, crazy demais, crazy.
Awesome, man. ¿Y necesitas siempre salir cada 3 meses en cada país por la visa o como que?
Bueno, lo de la visa, hoy en día está muy difícil volver a actualizar la visa. O sea, tengo mi visa desde Venezuela hace 7 años atrás.
Claro.
Pero hoy en día eso no me sirve.
So at this point, it somehow doesn't even click that I'm knowingly driving a passenger with no papers who has illegally entered the country to now exit the country again, while I personally have a mountain of my own border issues that I'm about to confront. I quickly try to change the topic after I realize the full depth of what he's saying while I have my camera on. Remembering I'm in the presence of a Venezuelan rapper, we put on some reggaeton and the border crossing nerves I once had quickly fade away.
Ahora sí es un fiesta.
La, dice, yo no me quiero casar aquí. Por ahora celibato, voy a pasar el rato, yo no me quiero casar. Arrebatan por la casar. Ajá, te va a casar. Ey. Ajá. Me pongo pa' eso y lo tengo fácil. Una vez me iba a casar, gracias a Dios que no, wow, negro, pero casi. Ajá. Mi vida está cabrona, ey, yo no me quiero casar. No, hermosa vista de frontera Bolivia con Perú.
Qué bien, ¿no? Look at that. Wow.
Creo que aquí puedes dejarme. Allá. Ajá, aquí me puedes dejar. Obrigado, hermano. Deus multiplique su ayuda. Obrigado, my friend.
Gracias, amigo.
Gracias por su... denle like, compartan. Este chico es lo mejor que pueden haber tenido como amistad. La mejor persona del mundo. Taco hasta recibió un perro de otro país.
Sí.
Denle like, suscríbanse. Ayuden a este chico a ser reconocido por todo el mundo. Gracias, amigo. Deus abençoe. Muito obrigado.
Ciao, amigo. What a wild time. Good girl, Patty. Good, relax for letting him in. I left him here. He's a crazy traveler. I thought I'm traveling. That man is about to get on a canoe and cross to Peru for $1. He said so. Yeah, he listed all those countries and he gets on and off trucks when they're stopped. He mounts their back and sits in the tray top. The trucks don't even know about it. He gets on and off. So hypothetically, I'm not gonna incriminate him. I may or may not have heard all this information, you know what I mean? But he was a good lad. So now we've got to go sign some forms.
Peru's costs on almost all things are triple what they are in Bolivia, hence why I've stocked up on high quality dog food and tried to make one final fuel stop. But of course, there's no fuel this far from a city in this country. Join Patty and I next week as we put all the bureaucracy of Bolivia behind us and attempt to cross to Peru. To everyone that made it to the end of the video, thank you. This really helps the algorithm push our videos to more travel enthusiasts and dog lovers. What a day, what a day.